it's going to get before it gets a little better. We've got AVM GP Sharma, President at SkyMed, joining in on the show right now. Mr. Sharma, hi, morning. Good to have you on the show. Mr. Sharma, how much more rain for Maharashtra?
Good morning. You see, I will say plenty of rains to come. In the month of August, remaining days, the current spell, obviously Mumbai has been deluged. Last 4 days, over 650 millimeter of rain has been down. Monthly average is just about 585, and in these 4 days, 650. So you can imagine, it is typical Mumbai rain, but this is a little extended spell which we have experienced last fourth day now, and today possibly you have to go through this rough conditions. My assessment is the worst will get over by night. Okay, for the city of Mumbai. Thereafter, the intensity of rains possibly is going to reduce a little. It's going to rain. It's not going to stop. Okay, it is going to rain, but then the intensity possibly will slow down a bit. It is going to rain tomorrow also. It is going to rain day after also. Thereafter, yes, after 2 days, we can expect some relief, a big relief rather, thereafter. But then these 2 days, particularly today, it's going to be non-stop, possibly very short breaks, if at all, in between, till late evening and early night. And as I said, late in the night, we expect a little reduction in the intensity as such, while the rains, they will continue. I did mention yesterday also on your show. Okay, it's a repeat of that only. What I told yesterday, it's going to be a repeat of that only. And then obviously it's going to affect everything, all types of travel, be it air travel, road, or rail, all travels put together. It's going to disrupt the communication, possibly connectivity also. So much of rains. The rain is saturated, the water is not going anywhere, the tide is there twice a day, high tide. It was there, it will be now, anytime about, I think, close to 9 o'clock is the tide. Again in the night, in the evening, you will have a high tide. Tomorrow it will shift by about an hour, those timings, but every day. So it is getting compounded. Problem is getting compounded. Not only rains, the water is not finding easy exit. Okay, because of the tides, you get it. Actually, there is a backwater. You have a backlash of that.
Absolutely.
So it is becoming difficult. Okay, and so much of water is accumulated. I think it is going to take some time before the things clear. Yeah.
Oh, well, absolutely, Mr. Sharma, in terms of the water accumulation, and also seems like the rains are going to wreak havoc, like you mentioned, for a couple of days more. But give us a slightly historical sense, because there are reports on social media that suggest that Mumbai in the last 2 days has received rainfall that it usually receives in a month. Is there any merit to these stats? Could you compare the rainfall we are seeing this August compared to the August of some previous years, and give us a sense of how bad is this time around?
Last couple of years, the monsoon months, particularly for Mumbai, July and August, these are the rainiest months. July being the rainiest, and number 2, August. To month of July, last couple of years, I will say 6-7 years, it has been receiving much more than the normal. Normal is about 800 something millimeter rainfall in the month of July. 2022, 2023, it was about double the normal. Okay, it was a record rainfall in 2023. So it has far exceeded, okay, in the month of July. And August, though there was a little lull before this spell, for the first about 10-12 days, Mumbai had just received about 65 millimeter only over a period of about 12 days. But then this downpour, everything is now drenched, it's soaked, and then far exceeded. Yesterday itself, it crossed its monthly normal. And thereafter, can you imagine 250 millimeter of rainfall at Santa Cruz in the last 24 hours? It is some amount. Okay. It is a problem everywhere. It should be for the airlines also, air operations also, runway will be waterlogged, all sorts of problem. You see, inclement weather conditions, strong winds, poor visibility, water on the runway can cause aeroplane. Yesterday also we saw aborting the landing
Yes.
Obviously, quite obviously. And I'm afraid with so much of water, even if the aircraft lands or so, it could cause aquaplaning. Wherein, fortunately, we have a long runway at Mumbai. But otherwise, aquaplaning means your brakes are not going to work for some time. It's going to skid and go on and on. Okay, all that problems, they will come. By virtue of my experience in the Air Force, I have that. It happens. So keep your fingers crossed. I think all should go normal, all should remain, but exercise has to be caution, utmost exercise caution, okay, at least till tonight. Yeah.
Mr. Sharma, one last and a brief one I would want to take. An orange alert and then a red alert is being issued, and of course heavy rainfall. For the viewers who are watching and listening to you right now through our medium, any advisory which you would want to give?
Don't step outside, okay, please. Yesterday also I had submitted that in case possible, work from home at least for the next 2 days. Schools have been shut. Schools and colleges already have been shut. You see, when so much of water pool is there accumulated, you do not know what is underneath. So much of rain, it brings a lot of potholes also on the roads, which are not visible. It becomes prone to accidents also. Okay. And as I said, the over and above the storm surge and the wave which we have on the coastal areas, the astronomical tide is going to further compound the problem. 3 to 4 meters of high tide in the morning as well as in the night. So my submission will be, obviously, please do not, I repeat, do not step outside. It is going to be very, very difficult. The roads are going to be choked. They are going to be flooded, streets, roads, possibly even, you see, communication and connectivity also suffers. Be it any large trees or so, with so much of rain of the last 4 days, they become very, very heavy with strong winds, which Mumbai is experiencing now. I was just watching the weather, 30, 40, 50 kilometers of speed. So they can collapse anytime. Without giving any notice, if the huge tree collapses, we noticed that in Delhi also, a couple of fatal they were there because of this collapse of the felling of trees.
Right.
So we need to take caution. Okay. The only caution we can exercise from our side is please do not go out unless it is extremely, extremely urgent. Yeah, that's it.
Absolutely, Mr. Sharma. Thank you so much for your time. But unfortunately, some of us don't have that option. And so far, connectivity as well seems okay. I know Vaishali